So, Matt, the producer handling your segment, told me today that it is our 20-year anniversary. We did a movie called you tell him.
We did a movie, EdTV.
Yes.
20 years ago.
20 years ago. And I think we met then, right? Did we meet before that?
It was right around then.
Look how
did we
young.
meet on set, or did we ever do anything before?
No, I don't even know if I met you before that.
I don't know if I met you before that. But we know we knew each other at this point.
Then we did, yeah. During the movie, we knew each other. We met, and it was Woody Harrelson, who I did know ahead of time. But that was a fun movie.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
You know, we had come out right after, what was it, the Jim Carrey?
The Truman Show.
Truman Show.
And everyone thought it was the same movie, but it wasn't.
Yeah, so this is 20 years ago. Check this out, talk about novel. It was Ron Howard, our director, comes to us and goes, there is a girl, and I think she's in Maryland, and she has a camera in her room, and people pay money to just go in and watch that camera. She doesn't do anything. She just gets dressed and goes to sleep. Isn't this wild? That was 20 years ago. There was one person doing that. There was like a webcam in someone's room, and this was a very novel idea.
I know. That's what the whole
now.
movie was about. Some people that just want to be famous with a camera on them all the time, and it shows what it does to your life. I thought it was a good movie.
I did too.
But it was after the Truman Show, and people thought it was going to be the same movie.
Not a lot of people went and saw it.
Yeah, no, but they should now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they should.
I liked it.
You travel a lot, so where have you been recently? Did you go somewhere for the holidays? Did you take your family somewhere?
I just got through working in London, which I'm a big fan of London now. London went up to the top of my list of favorite large cities in the world now. And we got back home on the 23rd of December, and we've been renovating our house for 2 years. So we moved in, and it was just the immediate family, myself, Camila, and our 3 kids.
Right before Christmas. That's fun.
Yes, right before Christmas.
Yeah.
So we've been there. We had just the immediate family. We had many birthdays that we celebrated. First, Jesus' birthday on Christmas. Then my son turned 6 on the 28th, and then then you have New Year's. Then my daughter turns 9 on the 3rd. Then it was my mother's birthday. Then it was my wife's brother's birthday. So we've had like happy birthday and balloons all over the house for about 2.5 weeks.
All Christmas in January.
Just rolled in.
Yeah. And so the one that turned 6, is that the one that you said was a handful?
Livingston.
Yeah. Is he the one that's the handful?
Yeah, definitely the handful.
They're not all a handful?
There are different kinds of handfuls. He's a literal handful, meaning he's the comedian, as well as he's the bruiser. He sometimes doesn't like to use his words enough to get his point across. Gets a little of that from me sometimes. Maybe I like to wrestle, so we have a wrestling mat. When you come in the door, that's what we have out there. And so if anyone's got really something that they want to contest, and they don't want to talk about it, let's go hop on the wrestling mat, gang.
But who does he? He's 6.
He's 6.
Does he wrestle with you?
Yeah, I'll wrestle with him. You know, all gone right, I'll wrestle with him.
Yeah, but that's not fair.
Well, to me, I'm the one that comes out of it, usually the one that's got the bruises. Yeah.
So he's the oldest?
The oldest is Levi.
And how old is he?
Levi is 10.
And is he in because I know you're a big football fan.
Well, he's football, but his main thing is soccer. You know, soccer and music. He's got a beautiful musical mind. I was able to sit down at 3 years old and play licks on a piano. Could pick out a minor note from a major note at 2 years old.
Wow.
And writes movements and lays down chords and melodies all the time in the house.
So is he the one that wanted to go see the BTS concert?
Levi wanted to go see BTS.
Okay.
For his birthday. His favorite band, BTS.
But BTS, do you know this band? You know this
band?
Exactly.
Were you there that night in Dallas?
When they're here, it is screaming like it must be insane, the noise in there.
It was insane noise. I mean, my son, so they're South Korean, and my son's walk around. That's months before he wants to go to this concert, and he knows all the songs. He's rapping Korean.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to go for his birthday. We took a couple of his friends, Camila and I went, and we loaded up, and we had a blast. We got out of our seats, we got right down in the pit and broke a sweat dancing.
Wow. Well, I can see that. I can see you enjoying that. John Krasinski was here not too long ago. He was talking about that he was getting Emily was getting her citizenship, and y'all were there at the same time. He didn't say this to you, but this is what he said on the show.
And the only other person that was there was Matthew McConaughey and his wife, who was becoming a citizen that day too. And I had never met Matthew, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. And we were sitting there waiting for the judge to come out. And the best joke I've never told happened in that moment, which is the bailiff came out, and in my head I went, all rise, all rise, all rise. And as it came out, I went, all right. I can't do it.
I wish you would have said that.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.